Hey everybody, how are you? Hope you are doing well in every part of the world you are. This is Mo again with another live, guys. Happy Tuesday, good afternoon, good evening, good morning in every part of the world you are living. Here in Australia, Brisbane, I'm arriving at 6 a.m. morning, and we've got another guest joining me for today interview, which is Tuesday afternoon in Canada. And we've got Karen, a mompreneur from Canada with more than 3 years in this online business. So without further ado, let's go straight away to Canada. And Karen, how are you?
Hi Mo, I'm doing very well, thank you.
Thank you
So,
so much for putting your time. I know that pretty you're busy, and it's pretty an honor for me to having a live interview with you. So thank you in advance for your time. So for those of you guys who are watching us live or catching the replay, would be appreciated to let us know where you are watching and what time is it at the time of you watching. So in order to communicate more effectively with each other. And Karen, for the beginning, could you please let us know about yourself, your background, where you're originally coming from, and what were you doing before joining this online business? And these details. Thank you.
sure. Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me here today. It's always a pleasure and a joy of mine to share my story with many other people around the world, just in hope of inspiring or motivating others to start their own online business. So, as Mo introduced, I am from Canada. I'm actually on the West Coast, so in Vancouver here, and it's 1 p.m. here for us on Tuesday afternoon. I think you're already on to Wednesday morning, so you're way ahead of us.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Yeah,
It's 6
so
a.m. here. Yeah.
yeah. So, mom, I'm a mom of two, so married with two kids. They are teenagers now, so 14 and 16. And by profession, I work as a dental technician. I actually own a small dental lab that I work out of my own home. And part of the reason why I began my own, like on my own business as the dental tech lab is that I wanted that time freedom or that time flexibility so I can have more time for my children because I started this lab over 10 years ago. And this was back then when I guess when my kids were just 4 and 6, wanting to have that time with them. But it just didn't work out how I imagined or hoped it would, even though I worked for myself out of my own home. But work was busy. I was always working. I actually ended up working more like longer hours and even 7 days a week, more than I did when I was working in the corporate world, because if there's any small business owners out there, they can resonate with me that being a small business owner is tough. It's tough because you have to do the work, but on top of that, you have to deal with customer service, all your clients, and all the billings, all the detailing. So there's just a lot behind the scene that you have to do. So it does consume a lot of time, and I guess being your own boss, it's hard to complain, but as time slipped by, flew by, I realized this is not what I was looking for. I didn't get into this to be stuck working long hours and not have time for my kids. And I realized how fast they're growing up, and if I don't do kind of anything differently, I'm going to look back in a few years when they're off to college and probably live with like a ton of regrets, knowing that I wasted all their childhood just busy working. But I think for many of us, we just feel stuck and helpless, because that's how I felt. Because I'm like, I can't just shut down the lab and start working, because how are we going to pay our bills? How are we going to pay our mortgage, right? Because we all need to earn a living somehow. We need to pay for support our family. So I just felt really stuck. Like I'm like, maybe this is just the way it is. Maybe there isn't a better way. We all have to trade our time for money. I can have more time if I quit the lab, but which means we will not be able to sustain our life. Um, so that's when I wasn't looking for an online business. I was looking for other source of income or other business that I can do that would not take away all of my time. But I think any traditional work, you need to physically be there and run the business. And for me, fortunately, my lab was home based, so I don't need to travel to get to work. But if I do any other business that would take me outside of the house, and this is more time away from my kids, and like I mentioned, I wasn't tech savvy and I'm not good at computers. So being an online business owner was not on my to do list to get me out of the situation I was in. But I guess God must have heard me pray and he answered my prayer. And that's when I stumbled across this online business. It pretty much just fell in my lap. I was scared and skeptical because I think with the online space, anybody whoever looked into it would be scared or skeptical because we hear so much about all the frauds and all the scam. And that's part of the reason that prevents or stop people from trying something online because they're afraid of being fraud, like, taken advantage of or it being a scam. So I kind of did my due diligence and with a lot of hesitation still, but I go, you know what? If I don't try this, maybe I'm gonna regret it. So I kind of jumped in with both with a lot of faith, hoping this is the answer I was looking for, and it worked out. It has tremendous changed our lives, helped me and my family because now with the income that this online business is generating, I'm able to cut back on the hours or the clientele from my dental lab. So, which means I have more time for myself and for my kids. And the crazy thing is, I'm working less hours in the lab, and of course, I'm running this online business, which doesn't require, my all my time. Like I spend about, 1 to 2 hours, or there are days maybe a bit more, but it's not like an 8 hour a day kind of work that you have to do. And the amount of income that I'm generating is equivalent to what I was earning when I was running dental lab full time. So with the income that this business is supplementing, I'm able to cut back and have that more time. And I can never imagine working less and earning more, but that is the reality with a digital business or with an online business. We're able to leverage system and automation and technology to do the all the hard work for you behind the scenes. So we still need to be there, be present, and run our business, but we don't need to do tend to every details of the business because we do have an amazing system that does all that for us in the background, even while we're sleeping.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. And this is this so important notes to, let's say, remind anybody that this online business is creating a lot of opportunities for you guys out there in order to do whatever you want, whenever you want, at your free time, at your complete own pace. And yeah, you said that truly without, let's say, putting a lot of hours on it, for example, 8 hours or 7 hours a day. So it doesn't need at all to put this amount of time on it. So, but on the other side, by letting more time, so you're gonna earn more money. So this is pretty important, and one of the beauties of these online businesses out there. So I truly appreciate all, let's say, answers that you've given to me, and yeah, introduce yourself completely. And for those of you guys who are not, let's say, familiar with me, or is it the first time that you're watching me on my YouTube channel either or on my Facebook business page, my name is Mo, and I'm 35-year-old from Brisbane, Australia. Emigrated to here in 2020 with my wife and my daughter. And yeah, likewise you, I was always searching for a supplement source of income in order to secure, or let's say, support my primary source of income. And it was very, let's say, frustrating when I was searching and when I was trying lots of opportunities before joining these online businesses like Amazon, Shopify, drop shipping, let's say, cryptocurrency and Forex, and I didn't find any of them suitable at all in terms of eligibility, in terms of legitimacy, in terms of, let's say, the consistency of the source of income. And unfortunately, none of them was working for me, and I lost thousands of dollars. And I used to work 10 to 12 hours a day, between 10 to 12 hours a day, or let's say 12 to 14 hours a day for 6 times a week. 6 days a week when I was living in Iran, my country of origin. And when I came here, it was a little bit better. It was around 10 hours a day, but still, I was working for somebody else, and I was working for, let's say, somebody else's dream. And yeah, it wasn't working for me because I didn't have enough money at all. And I was working only as an employee, as a simple employee. And yeah, I was earning around 3.5 grand per month. So it wasn't, let's say, the thing that I was searching for, because by earning this amount of money wasn't possible at all when you're living in countries like Canada, like US, like Australia, the country that I'm living at the moment, and UK. And other European countries. So it's not possible for you to earn 3.5 grand per month and talking or thinking about your dreams, about your dream house or your dream car, about your dream vacation, or any other let's say things that you're gonna do with your money. So that's why I started this online business in order to have a better life for my fam, for my kid, for my wife, for myself, and at the same time having more quality time. And I reckon this is one of the most important reasons for almost anybody that joining this online business is to have more quality time, and at the same time have let's say having more money, earning more money. So that was for me. And for the second question, could you please tell us about, let's say, the main features of this online business that we are offering to the guys out there, and why we are saying that this online business is super, super, super unique in terms of these features rather the other online businesses or offline businesses out there?
Well, I've never really looked into other, like yourself. I haven't done any online things before. So it would be hard for me to make a comparison. But from what I've heard from yourself and other people that came into our community that have, tried these other business have told me that, our business is different. Like I think for me, the one thing that really stands out is that the community that we have, the support that we have, like a lot I heard a lot of other program when people get started, they pay for the course of the program, they'll get a bunch of trainings or ebooks, but they're left alone to get started to learn on their own. But with our system or our community here, you get access to our members training site, but not only you have that, but you also have a mentor and a coach that is assigned to you. So that's somebody that's there that will help you along the way. When as you're going through the training, you ever get stuck, there is somebody, there is like live support that you can reach out and ask a question and get the reply. Aside from your direct mentor and coach, you are connected with a community of global business owners that are here to support and help one another. And we all heard it. I'm not tech savvy. I'm not good with computer. I don't think I can do it. That's another features that we have is our business program is designed for the ordinary everyday people that have no tech skill. And like I mentioned, when I actually started this business, I'm not on social media. I didn't have a Facebook account. I only go online maybe to check email and do online shopping, and that's about it. Like other than that, I don't find
Yeah.
any other use for internet at that time. But now I realize, the internet is where the future is. Like everything is moving online, and as long as you're willing to learn, we are here to help and teach you everything. So we do have all the tools and training ready to go for you. And as I mentioned, it's for everyday people because our training is broken down literally into like bite-sized pieces. Like I mean, our videos are between each modules is between 3 to 5 minutes long. So if you go through it, you don't get it, you can rewatch it, right? There are videos that I may have to watch 2 or 3 times, but it's a click by click. So you'll be watching your videos and you just do the same thing on your screen. And that's how simple and that's how easy it is. So the other thing is, the automation system that we have going is it's all done for you because you don't need to be sending out, emails yourself. You're not, answering anybody. You're not kind of like trying to sell anybody anything. The system is doing that, all of that for you. And that's the one catchy line I used to always say is like, a business that runs without me or even while I'm sleeping, because literally that is what the internet is doing. It's changing the game. Like you don't need to physically be in front of your laptop for your business to work for you. Whereas Mo and I am totally opposite time zone here, so we are connecting with people from different time zones. So while I'm sleeping, or the system is still running in the background, or while I'm out with my family or working, because I still do work, it's still running there for me. It's not like my business is on hold because I'm not there, I'm not on my laptop, I'm not on my phone, that my business is not running. So that's another feature where we're able to run this business full time, or not even full time, like 24 hours a day, but
Yeah,
without
absolutely.
physically being have to physically be attending it 24 hours a day. And that's how people are able to get started, because most people that get started in our business starts off as a part-time hustle, a side gig, which means they're still working full time, but they're able to, you can squeeze out about 1 to 2 hours a day in your in your day. You can do this business. And instead of spending the night watching Netflix or YouTube, well, then you can just use that time and get your business started up and run your business. And it is a legitimate business. So it's not going to make you tens of thousands, the next day or the next month. But if you're committed, you stay plugged in and you follow the training and you run the business, it does work. So most people are generating, like anywhere from, 4 to 10,000, which is very common in our business. But there are people that are exceeding that. That are, we have people that are earning over 100,000 a month doing this business. Like, yeah, 100,000 a month. When I started, these numbers just blow me away because I'm a business owner, so I know the amount of time that I put into my business, and I don't even generate that kind of income. I'm like, how the heck does somebody do, a few hours a day generating these five figures income? But it is possible because like I mentioned, we have that automation that is running all the time for you. So it's not proportion to the time that you put in, because when you show up for a job, you show up for 8 hours, you get paid 8 hours, right? They're not going to pay you more even though you worked harder, right? Whether you work, your maximum capacity or you just kind of chug by, you still get 8 hours worth of pay. But with our online business, because it's running all the time and there's system going on, like multiple things are happening. So you're not just earning 8 hours worth of income for 8 hours of time. You can earn more than that, and that's the amazing thing about this business, where pretty much the sky is the limit on your earnings. So it's been an amazing journey for me so far, and I'm still blown away till this day by the amount of income that I'm earning, or I see other people earning. But I know that it is possible. So it's just a matter of what you decide, or how much you want to earn, or you decide what your maximum is.
Absolutely. As you truly said, this is completely depending on the mindset, because when we are talking about five figures income or five figures, let's say salary, or let's say four figures income, is totally might be impossible for anybody that watching outside and is not, let's say, familiar with this kind of numbers or these kind of things. And yeah, his mind or her mind is completely let's say limited to the employee world. So let's say when we are talking about an employee world, we are talking about five figures income on a yearly basis, not on a monthly basis or even on a weekly basis. So when you're talking about five figures income, it is might be let's say impossible for anything out there in order to let's say prove that, or let's say accept that idea. But because it was the case even for myself. But the point is, you are not gonna let your hesitancy, your let's say suspicious, make you barring you from, let's say, stepping out of your comfort zone and joining this online business and, let's say, trying it. Because unless you're giving it a try, you're giving it a shot, you'll not be understanding whether this online business is let's say a good fit for you or not. And yeah, that's the main point, and that's the main idea of having a trial phase, guys, for you, in order to get to know more about this online business and fully let's say understand the business model, the products that we are not dealing with, what the system is dealing on behalf of us, and yeah, the compensation plan that we are offering, the retirement plan that this business model is offering, with the inheritance option that you can let's say pass on all your benefits even after your death to your next of kin. And you're gonna get to know all details about these features by entering the trial phase. So the first step gonna be entering your your email address and your name into my website and registering for a free webinar. We are going live today, around 4 hours later, around 10 a.m. Australian time or 4 p.m. Pacific time, the west of the US or Canada time, and 8 p.m. Eastern time or Eastern Canada time. And we are going live either today or, let's say, the day after tomorrow on let's say Tuesday afternoon or Thursday afternoon, or Monday morning, sorry, Wednesday morning or Friday morning in Australian time. and you're going to catch the latest replay if you want. And if it's not possible for you to catch the live, to join live, you can catch the latest replay. So the first step will be the watching the free webinar, and by watching the free webinar, you're getting to know about the pillars of this online business, and the testimonials that's more than 95,000 people that are earning at the moment and joining these online businesses are giving every week on a weekly basis. I told you 2 times a week, like me and Karen are talking about their life, are talking about their story and how they started these online businesses and how they joined this and how they are feeling at the moment. So you're gonna get to know about this online business by watching the free webinar at the first hand. And for those of you who are more interested and more, let's say, inclined to get to know more about this online business, will be entering the trial phase by paying you 149 US dollar, completely refundable within 1 month of your paying, and you're receiving an invoice immediately after paying it. And by entering the trial phase, you are getting to know about the pillars of this online businesses in more details, in full details about the training modules. You're gonna get to watch around 3 to 4 hours pre-coaching video calls, and let's say you're being entered as a member into the private community that we have on Facebook, and you're getting access to all the income statement posts that the guys like Karen, like me, like any other person are posting there about our salary, about our, let's say, incomes, not salary, because unless you're your boss, you're your own boss, you're going to be your, let's say, own employer, and you're going to get money from your own employer, which is yourself. But otherwise the name is income, so it's better to call it income. So by entering the trial phase, and after 1 month maximum, you're gonna get let's say decided about whether you're gonna start and continue this online business, or you're gonna refund 100% refundable, and will be refunded 100%. And yeah, this was for me. Karen, if you want to add something at the end, you can have it.
No, not much. Just say that, at the end of the day, it's all up to you. If you're ready to make a change, then take that leap of faith, test it out. And like Mo said, you have that 30-day or that 1 month like trial period. So it's risk-free. If it's not for you, you can get your refund back. So it's worth it to check it out to see if it's for you and if it could help you and your family. Because I know it really did help me and mine. So I really hope that more people have that courage to kind of follow through and pursue their dreams.
Absolutely, absolutely right. Thank you so much again, guys, for your time, and have a lovely Tuesday afternoon ahead. Bye bye. Have a good time.